Everyone loves a good explosion, and while we might not be able to set off explosions in real life because of these things we have called the lore, we can always set up really cool explosions in video games, and Baldurs Gate 3 has some of the most fun, practical explosions for any video game on the market. So, for the uninitiated, Baldurs Gate 3 is a turn-based RPG. What that means is, the gameplay is structured in a way that every character has their own turn to perform certain actions, and then it moves on to the next character and the next and the next. And what that does in the Baldurs Gate system is allows you to set up some really interesting and fun interactions before combat starts. My favorite way that I have discovered to utilize this system is to, for all intents and purposes, set off a nuke in a boss room so that I don't have to engage with the boss encounter. Now, this setup is available in Act 2 of the game, but it's even more powerful in Act 3 of the game. Minus spoilers for Baldurs Gate 3. So, what you want to do to set off this nuke in Act 3 of Baldur's Gate is, in the city of Rivington, go down this rock path so that you will encounter the gnomes that, if you set this up correctly, you saved earlier in the game. While encountering the gnomes, you meet up with Wolfrin Bungle, who provides you with one of the instrumental pieces in setting off this nuke. Rune Powder is the most powerful explosive device in Baldur's Gate, and he provides you a Rune Powder bomb. Now, this bomb is tied to a specific quest, but you don't need to utilize it for the quest at all. You can utilize the bomb at any point that you'd like. In the same cave where you're provided with the Rune Powder bomb, there are 2 Rune Powder kegs available for you to pick up. Of course, the gnomes don't want you stealing their kegs, so you can use a character with high stealth skill, or you can use an arrow of darkness to obscure the area, or a spell of darkness to obscure the area, or a fog spell, just anything to block all the gnomes' vision so that you can pick up the Rune Powder kegs and fast travel out of the area before they can confront you for stealing them. Now you have everything you need to set off this Rune Powder bomb. How I used it was in the Shadowheart quest line, where you have to confront Viconia and the other followers of Shah. It is a large battle where you have to fight a lot of enemies all at the same time. I tried this battle multiple times and I just could not complete it. But the fun thing about turn-based combat and entering a boss room where you have enough space to maneuver around before the encounter actually starts, what you can do with these 2 Rune Powder kegs and this Rune Powder bomb is utilize your character with high strength, throw them into the boss arena and set them up around the boss, and then utilize any source of flame damage to ignite the bomb and the kegs. I used my highest level flame spell, and just like that, I took a pretty difficult fight for me and turned it into a trivial thing by annihilating everyone in the room. I even took myself out.
Hearts will burn low, the stars will dim. Shed no tears for such fools. They are unworthy of Lady Shah's hope and doom themselves. We shall leave them.
The only people who were left alive after I set off this explosion were the 4 guards who were guarding the stairwell and this one guard all the way in the back of the room. The explosion was so powerful it glitched out Viconia, who didn't even realize she was dead. Of course, you can use these bombs in this setup for any boss that has an open area in which you can set up these bombs beforehand. That includes Orin, Gortash, Saravok, the Elder Brain. If you're really bold, you can set this up in the middle of a fight if you give all the pieces to different characters on your squad. It really is a fun way to trivialize a lot of encounters, and that's one thing I really love about Baldur's Gate 3. Thanks for watching. Behave yourself.